everyone, it's Mary from Chalk Couture. And Studio 66. So I work with Chalk Couture products, but my business name is Studio 66, in case that gets confusing. So I actually want to come on and just kind of show you guys a technique. So we've been working with these cutouts. So we've done acrylic. We were doing acrylic cutouts yesterday or a couple days ago, right? We were doing these with the acrylic. You do it backwards, and it says sweet. That's what it would be for the Life is Sweet transfer. But I'm going to show you, a lot of times you will see people use what's called MDF, or that's it's like compressed particle board kind of. It's kind of it's very commonly used. It's pretty inexpensive, and this says hello. Actually, I can I can flip it the other way, and you can see that it says hello. So, and I made one of these out of wood. This is wood. So this is like an 1/8 inch wood, and then this is an MDF, which is a medium kind of a medium draft board, because it's like, oh gosh, how thick is this? An 1/8 of an inch, I would say. So these are both an 1/8 of an inch. They're pretty close in thickness. You can see that. This is your wood. See that? You can see the wood grains in there. I can show you that a little better. And I made this to correspond to our Hello transfer. So I just wanted to, so this one got cut off a little bit on the end, so, but I wanted to, I'm going to try a couple different things and just kind of show you a little painting technique that I'm hoping will work well. So this was that round I was showing you. We're just going to do the back of it, okay? So it's kind of, I just got this from Dollar Tree, and I just wanted to kind of show you some things you could do with this. This is probably 14 inches maybe around. So today, this is going to be a two-phase project, okay? Because we're going to do our painting tonight, and then I think I'm going to show you how to put the transfer on tomorrow. And I'm going to use this transfer. I'm going to use the hello. Actually, I can flip it and show you the backwards way, and you can see it. See it says hello there. It says, oh, hello there. We're just probably going to use the hello. Or we might, I don't know, we might use the O and the there. We shall see. Sometimes I kind of wing it as I go. So that's our transfer that we're going to use. So, but we might do that tomorrow. So I think we're going to do this in two phases, because I want to make sure that everything dries really well. So see, I have my cutouts, and these say hello. And if you look at this transfer real quick, I will tomorrow be able to lay this transfer right over the hello. I'll show you. I'll just kind of show you. I'll be able to drop this transfer right on, and I'll be able to do. Put some chalk paint on there, and it'll be kind of a highlighted look. So I've decided I'm going to use colors that I never use. I don't sometimes tend to do a lot of bright colors, so I've decided to challenge myself here, and I'm going to try to do a yellow and an orange. Yellow and orange is really bright colors for me, so I'm going to take some of this. This is just, this is from Walmart, I think. It's like a standard acrylic paint, and I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And again, I'm kind of using my my recycled dishes here. When I see you know, things from carryout or whatever, I save a couple, and I just happen to have a little plastic plate here. So what this is, it's a little bit of a different technique that we're going to try. This is a sponge. So this is just basically, it's an old sponge that I was going to throw away. I'm going to recycle it, and I'm just kind of taking the corner of it, and I'm just going to touch it in the paint. And we're going to decide, sometimes it's good to put the paint maybe with a little dab of water, and sometimes it's not. And I'm just going to kind of brush it on kind of quick. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. There. So I'm just going to kind of brush this on, do it kind of quick. You can paint pretty quick this way. So you can do a lot quicker than if you just do it like a paintbrush, okay? And we're going to try this and see how we like this, okay? It's just a very kind of quick, put it on, doesn't have to be perfect kind of a look. And then you can go back over a brush with it if you want, if you just want to clean it up. But it's really quick. It's kind of a quick way to paint wood. So I hope you can see that. So we're going to just do this really quick. So I would lay it on the counter, but I just kind of want to show you what I'm doing. So I'm just dabbing the sponge in the paint there, and then I'm just kind of putting the paint on real quick, like so. See that? It's going on pretty quick. So let's see. Hold on. And this is a really bright yellow, so I kind of wanted that. So I'm going to do yellow and orange, which are colors that I absolutely never do, but I'm going to try to live on the edge. So the paint, as you will see, it kind of absorbs into the wood. So you might need to do a second round, okay? That's okay. So you're just going to kind of get a quick coat on there. All right, and then we're going to, I'm thinking we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to put another coat on, and then we're going to let it dry, and then I think tomorrow we're gonna put the transfer on, we're gonna put a bow on, and we're gonna kind of glue it all together. So with a hot glue gun. So I am a big fan of the hot glue gun. So you're just kind of see that. See, we just did that really quick. So I'm just gonna rest that over here. Oh no, I'm gonna try and rest it somewhere where it won't fall in. Okay. So I'm going to put that there, finish getting that, and I might go over that with another coat, okay, but that's okay. We're going to, hang on, so this is just a really quick technique. So if you ever want to paint quickly, and you don't have a lot of time, you can just kind of do this kind of quick, okay, and it should, oh, you know what, I think I was going to do this one in, I think I'm going to do this maybe in orange, so let me come back to this. I might do that in orange, okay? I might use my orange paint for that. So I was gonna do this in yellow, okay? I was gonna do I'm thinking I might test a couple different theories out. I might do one of those cutouts in yellow and the other in orange, and I'm gonna see which one I like better. So this, I'm just gonna kind of paint it really quick, okay? I'm just gonna spread it around, get it on there. So this is MDF, so the paint really absorbs very quickly into this MDF. So this is kind of just give it a wash look. You're just putting it on there real quick. You're not too worried about it. And this is basically, you're just taking a sponge, and all I did was like cut off the end of an old sponge. Okay, so this is like a what do you call it? Like a sponge pad, I think they call them. It's just blue. You can use any sponge really. And I'm just kind of wipe this on here, and I'm just going for like a whitewash look, okay? So, and you can go over this again. So this is like the MDF kind of material, and so the paint really, really absorbs in here, okay? And it's a pretty smooth surface, so if you did want to chalk a surface like this, it would work out really well because it's not very porous. It's probably one of the better, easier woods to do chalking on. So this is just a quick way to paint. So you just kind of run it on there, and you can actually go over this again if you want. So if you wanted to do another coat, you can do that too. So we're just gonna coat this, and this is just acrylic paint that I have. I think I got this at Walmart. So it's not like, any expensive paint by any stretch. So I'm just going to kind of keep doing that until I get it. This is really good if you kind of want like a whitewash look. So, and you can just kind of keep blending in it. You might want to do another round, okay? So, here, I'm going to put a little more on here. And you could actually put water in here if you want to kind of run it down with water, okay? So if you wanted to make it like more thin, you could do that too. I'm just kind of doing the regular paint. So, and see, the more I do it, the more darker it's going to get. The darker it's going to get. So, I should have some more reels of projects coming up soon too. I think I'll be getting some more of those. So you can those are just like quick projects that you can see that go start to finish. Okay, so they're just like quick, and they're kind of fun to watch. So I think I'll be posting some more of those in the next couple of days. You just kind of get that on there, and however you want it, like if you want it darker, if you want it lighter, whatever you want. And if you do a couple coats of this and you still are like, I want to take a paintbrush to this, that's fine. You can do that too. So there's a lot of different ways to paint. So it's just, if you're just looking to do a quickie paint job and you're just kind of want a whitewash look, this is pretty much a good way to go. If you want it to be very, careful and thorough and perfect, then you probably wouldn't want to go this route, but it all depends. Sometimes, but if you're looking for like just kind of a whitewash background, this is a pretty good way to do it. This looks pretty good. So see that? See, that just kind of looks like a little more whitewashed. And like I said, you can, this MDF, it definitely stores, it absorbs, it absorbs a lot of paint. So, it definitely is, it dries pretty quick, okay? So I'm gonna try to get the spot I missed. But see, the more you keep painting, the darker it's gonna get more yellow. So this is kind of, sometimes too, like this is a primer, like you can kind of prime it and then, you know, kind of get a couple layers on, and then if you want to go over it with a really nice layer, you can. Some people like this like whitewash look, if you just kind of want a background like that. If you want it like really perfectly painted, what you can then do is just kind of go over it with like a paintbrush, you know, or a, you know, but every coat you put on, you're just kind of make it darker, okay? So you're going to do this, and we'll see how I like this when it dries, and then I might decide to go over it with a paintbrush. I may not, so I'm going to see what the look is that we're going for here. So, but this is a good way to kind of do a quick primer coat, and if, like I said, if you like the whitewash look, then that's kind of cool. So, but it's very quick, and it's just with a sponge, and you just kind of glide it on, do a couple coats, and let it dry, okay? So, I don't know, I kind of like this look. It's kind of cool. So, and this is on the back of the other side was the, kind of the ocean, the sea, little sea thing side. So, yeah. That's kind of whitewashed. Okay, so now I've decided that I'm going to let that dry, and we'll see. I'm going to let this dry and see how I like it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go over it with, hang on, I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to let it dry. And then I'm going to do this other hello. This was the other hello that I had. And I'm going to try to do it with this orange. This is the orange. Oh, I didn't have that orange closed all the way. That's not good. So, let's see here. I might try this with a brush. I'm going to try this with a brush. I'm going to put a little spritz in here because this is our chalk paint. And I think I'm going to do a brush with this. And I'm just going to show you the difference of how it looks, okay? So you can choose it either way. If you want to do like a really, you know, you want it to be very kind of carefully done, then maybe the brush is the best way to go. If you want more of the kind of the whitewash look or the kind of the distressed look, then you might want to use that. And that other one, you can actually go back with a sander, and you can kind of sand the edges on that, and you can kind of give it more of a distressed kind of look. So I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna think about what I might prefer. So now what I'm doing with this orange, this is actually the chalk paste. So I'm gonna, I did my couple spritzes of distilled water, and now I'm gonna just kind of scrape that off my brush. Now this one I'm gonna do with a regular brush, and I'll just kind of try and show you how it looks different, okay? So this is a pretty bright color. This is called orange peel. So you can also do it this way. And of course I'm getting it all over my counter. So, but the good news is I can clean it off, because the paste dries ultra fast, and it's water soluble, so I can clean it in water. So I'm not too worried about my counter. I'll just clean it off when I'm done. So it's very cold. It's still cold here in the Chicago area. I hope everybody else is a little warmer, because we're a little disappointed with our second or third week of summer vacation, and our pool's closed because we can't go in the pool. So that's usually what we do with my kids. And we can't really go to Great America because it's too cold. The weather's been really awful lately. So kind of a bummer, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, so I'm gonna just show you tonight how the types of paint look, and then tomorrow we are going to kind of assemble it all, and maybe we'll also talk about a bow, okay? Because a lot of times, I'm not a master bow person, but I'm trying to learn more about bows. So this is like how a brush would look with a chalk paint, okay? And you can thin the chalk paint out. Like you could take a little dab of water here, and you could just kind of, you know, like if you want to make it a little thinner, you can do that, and it'll go on a little thinner. If you don't like the, if you you can thin it out. So this is called orange peel orange that I'm using, okay? So it's like literally an orange peel, so it's very orange. So you can just see how it looks on the wood. So this is one coat of the orange peel. It is very orange. So you might decide, this dries pretty quick, so you might go, you know what, what I would recommend is let it dry for a couple of minutes, and then you can decide if you want another coat. Okay, so let me show you this. So if you see the brown edge on this wood, that's from the laser, that brown edge, okay, and then see that? So what we're going to do is, this is going to be, I don't know if you can see how orange that is. Yeah, there you go. See how orange that is? So this is the MDF that I was talking about. So we are going to put this, we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to put a transfer on it tomorrow, and we're going to assemble our little, what do you call, our little door hanger. Or it's also like a, what would you call it? Like when you rest something on like a shelf setter, that's the word I'm looking for. You could also do that too. So, and I got my paste, and I'm going to make sure it's nice and creamy. And I might just go over this one more time with another coat. And just kind of, sometimes I just dip my brush in the water, because sometimes the paste can be a little thicker. So it kind of thins it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit smoother. Yeah, and wow, I think I used too much on there. So I'll just show you kind of what we're going for here. I'm just going to give it one more coat, and then I think that's what we're going to do tonight. And then we're going to let it dry, because I don't want to turn the blow dryer on, because it's really loud. So I don't want to do that. So I'll just let it dry, and then we'll assemble it all tomorrow, and we will make a little shelf sitter. So, and I have some ribbon that I might be able to kind of make a little bow with, to just kind of show you how that works. So these are called cutouts. So I have a laser, so I'm able to cut these out. What I do is I do a little process where I take the transfers, and I'm able to kind of look at the transfer design from the Chalk Couture transfers, and I can do a little outline of whatever I want to outline in the transfer, and then basically I cut that out in wood. So that's what I'm doing here. So I made a little file, and I actually just kind of went to the laser, and I can cut this out in any material. I can cut it out in, I can cut it out in a variety of materials. But this one, like, I can do wood, I can do acrylic. Honestly, I can do that chalk suede. There's a lot of different things here. I'm going to put this over here. I can do chalk suede. There is a lot of different things I can cut this out in. So I can go all the way up to, I think, 1/4 inch with my laser. So there's lots of different things. So this, now I did 2 coats of this, and this is how this looks. Okay, you see how orange that is? So then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the transfer in the bumblebee. So these are colors that I absolutely never use, okay? This is a yellow and an orange. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to let this dry, and then I think I'm probably going to paint another coat of yellow, of a darker yellow over this is what I'm probably going to do. But this is kind of like, if you want like a whitewash look, or you kind of want a distress look, you can do this. And then if you're like, you want to use this more as a primer, then you can come back and you can do another coat of like a yellow paint. So I think I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to probably do another coat, because I think I'm going to kind of do something like this, but I'm going to have this be a darker yellow. I think I'm going to go with our bumblebee paste. So I'm going to let this all dry, and because I don't want to turn the blow dryer on, and it's really loud, so so I think that's my plan. And then see this paint, this is pretty easy to kind of, I just take some water, and I can kind of just clean. If I just kind of rub really hard, it usually comes right up. So it's pretty it's pretty easy to clean the paste. The paste is like water soluble, I think is the word. So you just kind of wipe it off, and then it comes off pretty well. So, and this is just this. My counter is just like a Formica that I use, so it comes off really good, well, really well. So, I'm usually not too worried about the paints because I can get them off pretty easily. So that's good. So and then you you can come back with like a like a Windex or something like that and just kind of clean your counters down. Okay, so yeah. It's because I've had these counters a really long time. I've had these for like probably 15, 20 years that I've had these counters in there. So, so see this type of painting looks like more distressed, more yellow. I might go ahead and I might paint over that with I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry, but I think what I'm going to go with is this bumblebee paint. I think I'm going to do this. So I think I'm going to put this, whoops, don't want it to fall in. I'm going to put this, I'm going to do another coat of this on there, okay? So this on there, and then we're going to see which one we like, okay? We're going to do a couple different options and kind of test out which ones we like. So, and then the other thing I think we're going to, and we'll put that all together tomorrow. And like I said, these are colors I absolutely I don't use enough oranges and yellows, so I'm trying something new here. So the other thing I think we're going to do is the letterboard. We did not get to the letterboard, so I want to make sure we get to that. And we do that as well. So, but I wanted to show you, like, the letters, like if you take the letters, I have this old travel jewelry box. It's a little wacky on the cover, but if you take, like, say you want to take a letter, you can use the letter, like my name is Mary. So say I want to put this on here. You could do that. This should go on the jewelry box just fine. So it's like a textured material. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can do this now. My hands are all full of paint. So one thing you don't want to do is do what I did and put the, I'm going to put the transfer on the right side. Put a smoother side and a less smooth side. So make sure you put it on the smooth side. So I'm going to take this M. I'm just going to drop this here. So I'm just going to try to center this. Okay, so say I'm like, oh, I want to put this little M on the jewelry box. Hopefully I got that straight. I'm going to press that down really good. See, I have the M there. And then I'm going to go, you can take a color, like say you're like, oh, I like this teal color. Because this jewelry box is kind of like a light pink. See that? So I wanted to kind of point out that these letters can be used for personalization. This was kind of the other thing I wanted to show you real quick, and then I can hop off, but I wanted to show you this. So if you take one of your squeegees, I'm going to use a smaller squeegee for this, okay? So what I'm going to do is just kind of open this. This is the teal, because teal is like my favorite color in the whole world. I really do like teal. It's a lovely color. Oh, yeah, hang on. I think this one I haven't opened, so let me try another one. Oh, this is the ink. I don't know if I want the ink. I could try the ink. All right, maybe I'll try the ink. Let's give the ink a try. Will that work on this material? Let's give it a try. So this ink, okay, I think I have another open one. Hold on, I'm gonna go check. Hold on. I'm gonna check if I have another, or I might just use the paste. We'll see. I think I have an open ink, so I'm gonna go look in here and see if I have an open ink. Let's see. Oh, I do. There's my opening. So I'm gonna open this up, and that one I already mixed. So all right, I'm gonna take a little spritz of that. That's distilled water. I'm just gonna mix it. This is really creamy, which is good. That's how you want it. And you want it to be, the inks are gonna be thinner than the paste, okay? Again, you kind of want to go for that creamy consistency. But I wanted to show you with these letters that you can use them on lots of different things. You could probably use them on, I don't know, there's a lot of materials you can use these on. You could probably use them on fabric. You could use them on lots of different things. So wood, fabric, oh my gosh, metal, like clay pots. It's pretty crazy what you can use this on. But I'm just going to show you this really quick. So this is I'm going to go big with the ink. This was just an old travel jewelry box I had. So I'm just going to show you kind of how this works. Okay, so you take the ink. The ink is, you have more time to work with it. This is textured, okay? So you want to make sure your transfer is really pressed down hard. Okay, so that, and then you're just going to kind of go on. And you have more time to work with the inks than you do with the paste in general. So that's good. And then you want to make sure though, because the inks are permanent, that you do not go outside of the lines of the transfer. Okay. And like I said, you kind of have more time to work, and you kind of want to make sure you get all the way in there. Okay. So you want to make sure you're not seeing like any of the jewelry box texture. I'm just going to go over this one more time, and then I'm going to scrape this in here, right? Clean this off, put this in here. And I like to do things that are quick, so, you know, or that maybe take a day or two to do. So I'm going to close this back up, and then I'm just going to take my paint-filled fingers, and I'm going to peel this off, okay? And it should work very well, and it did. Good. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. So see, that is just an ink. So that is that's actually really cute. So basically, this is an ink. So and if you wanted to, sometimes with these jewelry boxes, if you want to let it dry, you could do a quick press with I use like the Cricut iron, and you can just kind of press it on there, and it'll be permanent. But I thought that, see, so that's a teal color, and that is on I don't know if you can see this, but this jewelry box has some texture to it. So, can you see that? So, it's pretty good. It looks really good on there. So, if you want to do some personalization, you can do some personalization. This, I had used, this was an old jewelry box, and it had a little flaw in it, so I thought I would just use it for this project. So my name is Mary, so you could do initials, you can do small letters, or you can do large letters, okay? And you could do other little, like there's other little patterns you could do around the edge too, okay? But if you then want to make that permanent, actually it's probably fine the way it is, but you can also put like, once it dries, you can put like a Teflon kind of you can put like wax paper or Teflon, and then just run it over with I use a Cricut, the little Cricut iron on low, and I just run it over it a couple times, and that'll be good to go. But it looks really cute. It went on really well, and you just have to press the transfers down really firmly. Like make sure there's no air bubbles or anything, and you can make really cute little gifts too. So that was with a small M when I did that. So very cute, and then like I said, you can just press it, and then it would be permanent. But I like teal on anything, and teal obviously looks really good on pink. So this is like a light pink color, in case you can't see it. So yeah. So these letters work really good for personalizing. Like if you want to do personalization for the letters, because the letters, everyone always thinks of the letters to use like for words. But keep in mind that you can also do personalization for the letters, okay? So don't feel that you can only, use them for the letter boards, and that you can definitely use them for initials if you want to make a little notebook, or you want to make someone's name. There's lots of options for the letters. So, okay, June, things going on. We have the June Club Couture, which is very cool. I did that project a couple days ago. We have the Try Me kit, Make Waves. We have the Designer to Perks pack, which is crazy good this year. Really good on that as well. So if you're interested in any of those, send me a note. And I think in the next couple weeks, they're going to be looking at some fall things. So hard to believe, but true. So tomorrow, I think what we're going to do, so if you have any interest in any of that, let me know. Okay, just send me a message, and I can help you out with that. The other thing is so tomorrow we're going to finish this little project, okay? And I might put another coat of paint over this once it dries. I think I might go with that Bumblebee. We're going to do yellow and orange, which is two things I never do. But everybody, so yeah, so we have the yellow and the orange. Are they still drying? I don't know. So see, that was the yellow and the orange, and they both say hello. So we're going to try this we're going to try this a couple different ways and see which one we like. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry, and then we are going to, and maybe we'll also work on a bow tomorrow. Okay, so I think that will be our plan for tomorrow. Unless I come up with another idea. We still haven't done the letterboard, so I think we're gonna have to do that as well. So I wanted to show you like Happy 4th of July, which I know is very simple, but I think it's good to do. So I think it's really fun. And then we might have to also consider a chalkboard project, like, because I honestly believe that the black chalkboard, the magnetic board, like this one, this Aiden board, this one, I think this just pops. Every time you use this, it just looks really good. So, yeah. So, yeah. So I may actually clean this off, and we might actually put another project on here. So, something to think about. Because I really do like that. And by the way, you can get the magnetic chalkboards on Amazon too. So you can find those in a lot of different places, and they look ultra cute. So, and the paste kind of clean off of those. So you gotta love that. So anyways, I'm going to hop off, but hopefully you found that helpful. And I will see you tomorrow with either our little project here, or I might come up with another project. Who knows? So, all right, I will talk to you soon. Have a good night. And I'm Mary from Chalk Couture. Let me know if you need anything, okay? Bye-bye.